your Filipino radio experience in Las Vegas. PHLV Radio. PHLV Radio.
Hello, good evening everybody. Happy New Year. It's 2026. Grabe. And if you're watching us in the Pacific, it's Friday and it is 9:02 p.m. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. And if you're watching in the Philippines where I'm currently at, Happy New Year, magandang manigong bagong taon. Happy New Year to everybody. Ay nako, grabe. So many things happening here in the Philippines. At ang saya-saya po. As always, it's more fun in the Philippines. And Christmas and New Year was just amazingly different from the US or from any parts of the world. Napakasaya po dito ng New Year. Talagang even though hindi allowed ang fireworks in different parts of the place, metropolis, ay nako, as always, hindi na mapipigilan ang Filipino tradition. And we'll try to show you that next, maybe tomorrow or next Friday, yung mga footage of the fireworks that took place in the metropolis for the changing of the year from 2025 to 2026. Yan, so ang dami pong ganap. So happy viewing to everybody if you're watching us in different parts of the world. Hello world, yan ang bago natin. Hello world. So good evening, good afternoon, and good morning, depending on your location or your time zone. Also, we are live as always, we are live in different podcasts, namely Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and of course, the Spotify. Also, the newest addition from last year is Amazon Music. Live also, we are airing live on PHLB Radio Facebook page, as well as PHLB Radio YouTube channel. And the YouTube channel is where you could watch not only the current show, but also the past shows. All the shows of PHLB Radio are already on the playlist. So that would be so if you missed any of the shows of PHLB Radio, just log on to PHLB Radio YouTube channel. And if you're using Amazon Fire TV, just look for PHLB Radio channel, as well as if you're using Alexa, just say, Alexa, play PHLB Radio. Also, you could watch us on our website, which is www.phlbradio.com. Yeah, and we covered all these administrative things to talk about. Now, also, okay, for those people who are wailing, it's the year of the horse, they said, and according to Feng Shui, the color of the year for 2026, the lucky colors, that's why maybe you are wondering why Kuya Josh is not wearing black tonight or today, is because the color of the year daw, you should be wearing red, gold or yellow, and green, in the one color of the year. So, well, whether you believe that or not, who's to tell, diba? I just decided for the first day of the year, to wear red, because red is the symbol of passion and power and wealth. So, with that, let's go with our first show of the year sa Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt. Now, before anything else, let's help our good friends, Nonoy Suniga, as well as the music festival queen, none other than Ivy Violan. They're having a Valentine show. Actually, it's a pre-Valentine show in Los Angeles, and we're gonna show you that. It's gonna be Playlist of the Heart. My gosh, this is a not to miss show here in Los Angeles. So it's for the Agape Group of Companies Inc. That's the sponsor, for the benefit of the Victory Life Foundation. And it presents Playlist of the Heart. And this stars, of course, none other than the balladeer par excellence, Nonoy Suniga, and of course, the music festival queen, Ivy Violan. And it's going to be on February 1st, 2026 at 5:30 p.m. And it's going to be at the Kennedy Center for the Performing Arts. And it's going to be located at 8331 Walker Street, Walker Street in La Palma, California, 90623. And this is directed by none other than Ryan Diles. And it's produced by Fran Silva and Hedy Trinidad. And for sponsorship and tickets, you may call now area code 213-600-3011. Again, 213-600-3011. And or you can call 951-208-6761 or 213-600-0581 for tickets and sponsorships. Again, this is with bringing you the best of the best. I think this will be such a phenomenal and amazing historical iconic show, Playlist of the Heart, none other than Nonoy Suniga and of course Miss Ivy Violan. So let's all troop in to Kennedy Center of the Performing Arts on February 1st, 2026. Playlist of the Heart. Yan, nako. I would not miss that because just to let you guys know, since I was here in Manila, I was able to catch the anniversary show of Nonoy Suniga at the Newport Resort. And believe me, this was one of those shows that sana ma-repeat. So I hope there will be a repeat or rerun because Nonoy gave a performance, 3 hour performance na talagang solid, all Nonoy Suniga, and the guest was just phenomenal. For that particular evening that I watched, it was Dulce, it was of course Marco Season, and of course it's Ray Valera, and then some other guests, and of course Nina. I never seen Nina before, and now I'm a fan. And of course, there's another. Of course, Pops Fernandez, the concert queen, was there too. So it was like a almost three and a half hour show, and it's just like one show, one song after the other, and it's just like phenomenal. And of course, kudos to our good friend Nonoy Suniga. So again, congratulations on your anniversary, and what a show it was. So I am expecting now that Nonoy will be paired with Ivy Violan. So you could just imagine if Nonoy gave you a fantastic, phenomenal show for his anniversary. Now Ivy, together with Ivy this time with Playlist of the Heart, you could just imagine the music and the songs and the banters and the things that you would know about them. And of course, being that it's a pre-Valentine show. So let's troop in and help make this show a very successful one and make it a sold out show for 2026. Yeah, so things that happen in Manila. Teka, well, because I guess because of the 2025 things that's happening in the government, made you tame. Just to give you a highlight of the New Year, the Christmas was great. Of course, Christmas, as they said, it's about family, and it's about things that like they said, family is love, family is forever. And of course, the funny thing is, it was such a big thing here when DTI, Department of Trade and Industry, said that you could have a Noche Buena for 500 pesos. There was a lot of, I would say, a lot of discussion about that. People even went online to show how can you have a decent Noche Buena with 500 pesos. But of course, there's several school of thoughts that says you can do that, but it has to be very simple, very modest. And of course, for Noche Buena, Philippine tradition, we go all the way out, and it's really a tradition that lavish food, and because this is one time of the year that we really gather together as a family. So my take on that, 500 might be very modest. 500 pesos might be very modest, especially with the rising prices of commodities here in the Philippines. But it's possible, I guess, with some people, if there's two of you, or if you're just solo, but for a family of four, I think it might be not as possible to have a 500 peso Noche Buena spread. Okay? And that's my take on that. Oh, and just as a disclaimer, opinion, comments, and advice that we throw in this show is not a reflection of the management as well as the owners of PHLB Radio. Then New Year came, and again, the fireworks is just everywhere. It's not as many this year, maybe because of the economy and because of what's going on in the country. It's still there, but it's not as loud and as many and as voluminous as or like before. This time it's still there, and it's still, the tradition is still there, but it's not as much fireworks all over the place. So it wasn't like that. Okay, so that. Oh, and then of course the other thing that before we go into our main show, the other thing that happened too is the Metro Manila Film Festival, and of course this year they're celebrating their 51st Metro Manila Film Festival. And instead of the 10 film that we saw last year for their golden anniversary, they only have 8 films this time. And out of the 8 films, it was shown from December 25th up to now, and I think it's extended up to January 10. But and of course, the Gabi ng Parangal took place December 27, and the best picture was I'm Perfect of the Sylvia Sanchez's production. And I saw the movie, and I have to tell you, it is rightfully so, because I hope that you guys, especially the Filipinos abroad, if it will be shown in your area or in your country, please do watch it. It talks about Down syndrome, and I'm perfect because in their role they are perfect. We have, and what I like about the film, it talks about tolerance, it talks about friendship, it talks about love, it talks about acceptance, and it's just like one very powerful movie. So kudos to Sylvia Sanchez and team for giving such a beautiful film, and it's an eye opener because sometimes we call them the invisible people, especially people with special needs. We call them special, and some people we give them different names. But this film, at least for my sake and for the people who watch with me, it kind of give them. It kind of opened their eyes about their world, and that they are just like you and I. They're just like people who knows how to love, people who love, people who get hurt, people just like us. That's why I'm perfect. And in my view, this is one of those films that you need to watch. Okay, the other film that I watched too is Anne-Marie. Angelica Panganiban was a shoe-in for Best Actress. However, when I watched the Anne-Marie, I thought Angelica Panganiban will get it, like it was being given to her as Best Actress. But after seeing Crystal Go of I'm Perfect, my vote went to Crystal because she gave a very natural and it gives you a different perspective about actresses and how. But I think, in my humble opinion, in different award-giving bodies, Angelica Panganiban, or they call her Angge here in the Philippines, would have some awards given to her as well as Best Actress. Now, the other, and of course, Sanjo Marudo. And congratulations to my good friend Tom Rodriguez for Anne-Marie, because he was given the Best Supporting Actor for that film. And of course, the film Anne-Marie got the second Best Picture award for the whole festival. Now, the other film that I watched was Bar Boys, The After School. Bar Boys is a 1987 film that the first part, and of course it stars Rocco Nacino, Enzo Pineda, and of course Kian Cipriano, and there's another, and Carlo Aquino. They did a fantastic job, and of course it gave so many insights, so many nuggets of wisdom about life and about relationships, and it was given And they got an award for best screenplay as well as best supporting actress for Odette Can, and Odette did win also for the same movie so many 10 years ago for the first part, and she won again as best supporting actress for this particular film. The fourth film that I watched was um, Shake, Rattle, and Roll. That was the first film I watched because I grew up with Shake, Rattle, Roll movie, and I I would say I was expecting much from the movie. It's not your typical Shake, Rattle, and Roll where you have three episode. This one is intertwined, meaning it's connected from one episode to the second and to the third. It was it was not as scary as I would like it to be, as we hope for a Shake, Rattle, and Roll movie. But definitely, I'll do a whole show about all these films. And the fifth movie that I've seen was Manila's Finest, which stars Piolo Pascual and Enrique Hill, and it talks about the 1960s Manila Finest, the police people, police officer people. Um, Lo and behold, because people were thinking it's a police story, so it will be a lot of violence and it will be a lot of action movie. It wasn't. It was more of an expose of what about the Manila's Finest. Out of the eight movie, I was able to watch five of them, and if I rank them the way I see them, the first five, I will try to watch the other three films maybe in the next days or so I could give you a show that will tackle all this particular movie, my own opinion, my humble opinion. And I'll give you that, and hopefully it will be shown internationally. I'm not sure if Manila International Film Festival is happening this year. I have not heard of it yet. I need to reach out to our good friends, the Napaleses, with of course with Ruben Napales as well as Janet Napales, to see if Manila International Film Festival is happening. But I know there is a festival going on in Dubai, and it will be shown, I believe, on the 10th and 11th, and they're gonna have their own mini festival. I'm not sure yet. I have to check records if this would be part of the Manila International Film Festival, but I'll give you that the highlight of that next week show. Then the other thing that is buzzing here in the Philippines is the Miss Universe organization. Uh, um, former congressman or former Chavit Singson gave a news that, or was, well, opened his mouth and said that there are new owners of Miss Universe organization. They did not identify yet, but to my understanding from some very connected people and influential people, that there are offers from one American owner, one American prospect, another British, another from Middle East, and one Filipino group. Not sure whether it's the Chavez Singson group, but who's to know, and we'll give you an update on that. But to my understanding, there are new owners now of Miss Universe organization. So now the question is Fatima Bosch, the very controversial Miss Universe for 2025, will she lose her crown, or will that be a different slate? Because to my understanding, Miss Universe organization would like to go back to where it was before, where the glory and the grandeur used to be, and it was very, very prestigious until the JKN, or until the group of the Thai people got into the picture, and there's a lot of changes. But to my understanding, when the new owners would take over the Miss Universe organization, they will bring back the old format and the old qualification, and hopefully to bring back the glory and the prestige that is of Miss Universe. Yan. So yun ang mga big highlights here that's going on in a capsule for 2025. And of course, I'll touch little on the politics of it. Here in the Philippines, of course, there's still the flood control controversy, and now, of course, people are still anticipating if there will be an impeachment plan again for Vice President Sara Duterte. Of course, now there is the Cabral files that they're talking about. We'll try to catch on that next week, maybe kind of discuss that a little bit. But for now, those are the most talked about. Of course, there's already this clamor for a resignation for the president of the Philippines, because, and of course the new survey from the South, from the social weather survey, came out recently, like a couple of days ago, and it showed Bongbong Marcos, President Bongbong Marcos, uh, has a -3 on the trust rating as popularity as well, while Vice President Duterte has a +36. So those are little things that people are still talking about. If you go around, they talk about show business, politics, and so many things going on here in the country that makes it more fun in the Philippines. Okay, teka. There's a lot of people here. Teka. Si Hilda is watching us from the Philippines. Hello, Hilda. And of course, si Ernie is watching us as well. Uh, uh, let's see. Si Faith Hamadi Baydal. Hey, Faith, how are you? Happy New Year, Kuya Josh. Happy New Year to the Baydal family, to Dolly, to you, of course, and Eugene and your children. Si Robert Brown is saying Happy New Year. Okay, and then Happy New Year, Robert Brown. Oh, McCoy Marcos Entradicho is watching us. Happy New Year sa'yo, to you and your family, to your wife and your child, to your little girl. And McCoy is watching us from Canada. I think Toronto or Vancouver. I'm not sure, McCoy. But Happy New Year to you as well. Cesar Ong is watching us. June Ong is watching us. Hello, and congratulations on your very successful bid for your business. One of the few things that to be thankful about, or many more things to be thankful about, and those are answered prayer. Sabi ng PHLB Radio, wishing everyone a Happy New Year. Cheers to 2026. Manigong bagong taon. Team, alam mo ba? Yes, definitely. Then Adele Ordinario is watching us in Long Beach, I think. Sabi niya, hello everyone, Happy New Year. Adele, I heard you were sick a couple of days ago. I hope you're doing well now. Sabi niya, hi Kuya Josh and Kuya Johan. Yan. Si Josephine Castillo is watching us. Josephine Castillo is the Senior Assistant Vice President of BDO in Regis Center. And you will not miss this young lady, because she is, if not one of the most beautiful branch manager of BDO, Banco de Oro, and she is at the Katipunan Regis Center branch. So if you want to see a beautiful branch manager with a beautiful branch, troop in and do your deposit at BDO at Regis Center and look for Josephine Castillo, the beautiful, the gorgeous Josephine Castillo. Okay. Marcos Entradicho, and hello to the Entradicho family. Of course, McCoy is watching us from Canada, and I think Marky, the brother, is watching us from Doha, Qatar. Sabi niya, New Brunswick po. Wow, Shacksville, New Brunswick. Medyo Canadian na talaga itong si McCoy, and he hails originally from Laguna, Banay, Laguna. And of course, Mark is watching us from Doha, Qatar. So happy viewing to our team Doha, Qatar, kila Ophelia family, Meldy, of course to Romeo, and of course to Kiel, and the two sisters, and of course to Doha Filipino, Doha Qatar Filipinos abroad. Happy viewing sa inyong lahat. And to everyone across the globe, Filipinos abroad, maligayang bagong taon sa inyong lahat. And looking forward to this 2026, all the troubles that we had, successes, failures of 2025, put it aside and learn from the mistakes that we did and look for a brighter future for 2026. Everything should be fresh. Everything, this will be, well, this is the second day of the new year. So fresh, start fresh, have new vision, have new goals, have new aspirations, and of course, couple it with prayers. And it is already guaranteed. Sabi nga, if you ask, it will be received. If you knock, it will be open. And if you pray, it will be answered. Yan. So now for the show, I know everybody's waiting for our show. We're going to be talking about two places that are very familiar to some people, and especially for the Filipinos abroad. We kind of miss this. We're going to talk about the People's Park in Tagaytay. It's People's Park in the Sky in Tagaytay, as well as the Victor, and it's the newest giant statue that people are talking about, and Filipinos abroad are texting me on what this statue is about, and that is what we're gonna be talking today about, those two places here in the Philippines. And to start with, and we have a video on that as well, we're gonna be starting with People's Park in the Sky, located in Tagaytay. So let me give you that. So what you're seeing right now, and this is the video going or leading to, you could either take a jeep for 50 pesos, or you could just walk, and it's a good walk, and you could see the beautiful view of Taal Lake. And yeah, so you're seeing that. And People's Park in the Sky is a historic hilltop urban park perched atop Mount Sungay, the highest point in Cavite. It was originally built as an unfinished mansion called Palace in the Sky during the Marcos regime. The mansion was supposed to be built, intended to host then U.S. President Ronald Reagan, but construction was stopped because the visit was canceled. After the 1986 People's Power Revolution, the structure was repurposed into a public park. So you could imagine this was supposed to be a palace in the sky, but because it was intended for the visit of the U.S. President Ronald Reagan in the 1980s, but since the visit was canceled, so the construction was stopped. So they just decided, instead of pursuing the mansion in the sky, they just make it into a public park. What is it known for? The People's Park in the Sky is known for the panoramic views of Taal Lake and Taal Volcano and the surrounding countryside. And this is a good way of seeing that. And you could tell Ernie is Ernie, who drives for me. You could see he's just walking towards that. The walking paths and viewpoints ideal for photos and relaxation. And now you're seeing the Shrine of Our Lady, Mother of Fair Love, and a Pag-asa weather radar station within the grounds. And this is going towards the steps, is going towards the Shrine of Our Lady, Mother of Fair Love. There you go. And there's a lot of people who will visit. People are visiting this shrine, and of course to pay tribute to the lady, or the Mother of Fair Love. There you go. The park is open daily from 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. And of course, depending on the weather, times can vary. Entrance fee is typically 30 pesos to 50 pesos per person. And parking, they allow you to take your car, but it's for small vehicle only, and that you could go towards that because it's kind of hilly. It's on top of, and it's the highest point in that park in Cavite. It's between 20 pesos to 50 pesos. Okay, what to expect when you are in this park? And best on a clear day. So I would like you to visit, and this is the Pagasa radar station, by the way. And of course, that's a beautiful Taal volcano and Taal Lake. And I would highly recommend to visit this park during daytime, and if you could avoid being so late, so you could have a better view. We were lucky during this time because it was really a clear day, and it's a beautiful, beautiful day. Like what I said, you could do a mild walk or a jeepney ride towards that from the parking lot. It's a short uphill walk or jeepney ride up to the main viewpoint. And what you're seeing right now is we're on top of it. So my tip for you, it's arrive early to avoid crowds and enjoy the cooler air. Wear comfortable shoes. Some walking on uneven grounds is required. Bring water or snacks because you could buy them there too. But if you are on a budget, you could bring your bottled water and small snacks. And of course, like what I said, it's best to go there on a clear day so you would have a best view of the Taal volcano and Taal Lake. Yeah, so you could go from the shrine, and then you could go to the park itself, and what you're seeing right now on screen is the park itself. Like what I said, this was supposed to be a mansion in the sky, in honor of the then U.S. President Ronald Reagan, but the construction was stopped because the visit of the then President Ronald Reagan was canceled, so they didn't push it. Now it was then a decision from the mansion in the sky or the palace in the sky. It was made into a public park. So it's really beautiful. It's cool. If just like if the weather in Tagaytay is really really nice and breezy, and we were lucky. Although the sun is out, it's still a nice day to have a day in the park. And you could see there's stairs that you could go in. So I highly recommend for you to wear comfortable shoes because there's a lot of walking and there's some uneven grounds there. So just be careful because like in other parts of the world, the pavement is kind of done properly. This one, there's some loose pavement there that you just need to be careful. And now I'm showing you there's some knickknacks there. There's some souvenir shops that is all around the area, and they're very reasonable. And of course, like what I mentioned earlier, there's bottled water and as well as snacks that you could partake and you could buy there. These souvenir shops, there's really for you to take home, and there's a lot of things and that wares that you could buy that are branded as Tagaytay Philippines. Yeah, so people not only they enjoy the park, but they could go also on their shopping galore in these shops, in these little stores, and they're like an array of these stores right in that space underneath the supposedly mansion or palace in the sky. Yeah, so there you go. So this was not a busy day for the stores, but they said that during peak hours, and that is between the early morning, between say 7 to 10, there's a lot of buyers and shoppers, and then the other peak would be from 3 to 5 in the afternoon because people they don't really want to go shop during the midday because of the heat and the sun. But you could see you could buy magnets, hats, shirts, t-shirts, and baskets and other Filipino souvenirs that has the logo and the emblem and the emboss of Tagaytay. So I highly recommend that if you are visiting the Philippines, look for and then make an effort to visit this People's Palace or People's Park in the Sky, known before as Palace in the Sky. And of course, you cannot go wrong if you go to Tagaytay because that is the world's capital of bulalo, and bulalo is the bone marrow, and you cannot go wrong. There's array, and there's a lot of restaurants from Bahay Dako or Balay Dako to Leslie's to RSM to there's another one and Cecilia's, and we'll do a complete show of that on all these restaurants that we visited, and we'll give you a rating too in succeeding shows. Now for the other place, and hopefully you enjoyed that little tribute we have for People's Park in the Sky in Tagaytay. And the other thing that people were texting me, and they want me to do a show, even though it's a snippet of a show, on how this new statue, this big, huge, gigantic statue came about, and where it's at, because people were talking about it. And we tried to do it in the evening. And this is located at the Bridgetown, the Victor in Metro Manila. Bridgetown is a modern mixed-use township developed by the Robinsons Land Corporation. This place is located along C5 Road, Pasig City, and Quezon City in corner. The Victor is the iconic landmark of Bridgetown, and what you're seeing right now is we're walking towards that, and this is a bridge going to that. A huge bridge, a huge bronze statue of a man with raised arms, and you'll see that in a while. That it symbolizes triumph, strength, and victory. This was inspired by the classical sculpture often compared to Greek or Roman athletic figures. And this designed to represent the victory of hard work, progress, and human potential. Why this is popular? Because it is one of the largest statues in the Philippines, a well-known photo shop and a visual symbol of Bridgetown. It is surrounded by offices, lifestyle areas, and event spaces, especially striking when it's lit at night. That's why we made an effort to really go there when it's in the evening. And of course, the landmark closest is the Opus Mall, which we had a show last time, and Robinson's Galleria, and of course the Tendenitas. Okay, again, this is the Victor. They call it the Victor. It's a huge bronze statue of a man with a raised arms. And it symbolizes triumph, strength, and victory. And it's designed to represent victory of hard work, progress, and human potential. And the Victor of Bridgetown is not a person but a monumental statue and public art installation that serves as the iconic centerpiece of the Bridgetown Destination Estate in Pasig City / Quezon City, Metro Manila. Like what it symbolizes victory, resilience, strength, unity, hope, and success. And you can see in the evening, it's really cool because it's changing light, and it has so many ways of doing things. It's very iconic, and it reflects the spirit of achievements and aspiration for both the Filipino people and for the vision of the community being built in Bridgetown. It is a tribute dedicated to the late Filipino business leader, John Gokong Wei Jr., whose life story of rising from humble beginnings to great success inspired the concept behind the sculpture. Who created it? The Victor was designed by Filipino-American artist Jeffrey Manuel Figueras, a well-known public artist recognized for other large-scale sculpture around Philippines and abroad. The height of the bronze statue is 55 meters tall with a 60-meter tall total weight or total height, including the podium, making it one of the tallest art installation of its kind in the world. Again, it's 55-meter tall with a 60-meter total height, including the podium. And the material it's made of perforated steel designed to be dramatic both by day and night when lighting projection. And it was unveiled last 2 years ago, opened in 2023, and it became quickly a landmark and attraction in the area. And then, of course, we're gonna show you if you walk across from the Victor is the Bridgetown Mercado, and let's show that right now. And this, well, of course, if you do the walk from Opus and you do thing, and there's this night stall, they call it the night market, and they're open, to my understanding, even after the holidays, they're still open. And these people were, you could drive there, or you could walk there from Opus, or you could drive there, and there's ample parking lot there, and there's so many stalls there as well. And there's food stalls and knickknacks for everybody to enjoy. And of course, there's chairs, tables for everybody's, and it's free, by the way, for you to occupy. You just have to go there early. Well, we went there when it was drizzling, so we tried to avoid the rain because we don't want to get sick. And this happened right after the holidays. And this is they call it Mercato Bridgetown Center. And you see there's a lot of people enjoying their food and having their siestas there, and just taking some rest because of the short walk really from Opus Mall to this place. Or if you don't want to walk, you could just drive there, and there's ample parking lot. And you could see it's a Mercato Bridgetown, and Mercato means it's a merchant place or a market. Yeah, so and see, there's a lot of stalls, different food and cuisine, from Mediterranean to Filipino to street food to fruit punches and fruit juices, and of course there's local delicacies. They have the puto bongbongs, and of course the bibingka, and there's a lot of people here, so you just be careful of pickpockets. We were lucky because we are in a group, so we didn't have any incident that happened that night. And there's a lot of security people there too, but you can never be too careful, especially in crowded areas in any parts of the world, even in the Philippines. Yeah, so people are just checking all the stalls first and checking what food they want to take and to partake. Prices are really reasonable. It's from 50 pesos up to 100 to 200 pesos, depending on the cuisine that you like. It's really, I would say, very modest, and the food was really good. We were able to buy those ice cream made of pure cacao or cocoa, and it was just amazing. And see, those are the street foods. You heard the isaws, the hot dogs, and the blood, or they call it the Betamax. And of course, there's this cookie corner as well, and they have the hot dog corner, and of course, people are just wondering, making their choices on what food to take. People are very nice. The only thing is they do not accept credit card. It's only GCash or cash. Okay, so people, Filipinos abroad who will visit this, please bring cash with you, because as well, like myself, I don't have GCash because of all the other dramas happening with GCash, and with all the anomalies and with all the things. This is where the chocolarado is it's a champurrado, and it starts at 60 pesos, and you could get the champurrado hot or cold with some toppings on it, and it's really, really good. It's made of pure cacao or pure cocoa, and it's innately typical of Philippine cacao, and it's really, really good. And I never had chilled champurrado before because I always think it's gonna be very hot, and then that's the lady who was selling it, and it was one of those that those are experience that I'd like to show and to share with our Filipinos abroad. So there's a lot of things going on, and hopefully you could visit. If you cannot visit this year, or maybe you could visit anytime end of the year, and partake of all the beautiful things happening in the country. As always, there's a lot of things that still need to be improved, especially in the government. But it's really more fun in the Philippines. We're gonna, in succeeding shows, we're gonna show you more of interviews for 2026. Interview of celebrities. There's some celebrities who are just excited to guest on the show. It's just Kuya Josh had been so busy taking care of some family business here in the Philippines that I kind of put it aside, and I told them we'll start the interview again of celebrities as well as businesses in 2026. And just to give you a bird's eye view, there's a lot of I would say veteran actors and actresses that will be gracing the show. And a lot of you would like to know whatever happened to them, whatever happened to a certain actor, a certain actress. And I think you will be so excited to see them online, to see them on Facebook, to see them on the show, that they're still around, and they're very happy to tell everybody how wonderful they're doing right now, and they're still, they said, their word, not mine, they're still alive and kicking, and they really want to be part of the showbiz industry if they could, because they are really not retired, and hopefully they said that hopefully we are not forgotten. I'm not about to give you the names yet, but definitely these are actors and actresses that you missed for a while now, and you thought that they just disappeared in limbo. No, they are very much around in different parts of the world, or sometimes just here in the country, and hibernating at that, and just taking their sweet little time. But they're willing to make a giant comeback if the opportunity will present itself. So there's a lot of things that will be happening in Alam Mo Ba with Josh Andowitt. We're hitting our 4th year, I think. I have to check, 4th or 5th year. But again, for all the things that happened in 2025, for all the support that you have given our show, Alam Mo Ba, maraming salamat po. I will never lose the word of gratitude. If there's a better word to say thank you, maraming salamat for all the support, the incessant support you gave us for 2025, and hopefully you continue in 2026. But before anything else, there's a lot of people that got in. Yeah. Oh, sabi ni Adele, I'm better na. Spent New Year here in Las Vegas. Nako, si Adele talaga. Adele Ordinario is one of our staunch supporter of PHLB Radio. Not only my show, but all the other shows of the other hosts and content producers. Sabi niya, sabi ni Adele, very nice view. And then of course, Adele is looking for her friends, si Phil Davila, Katinoy, sana kayo. Tapos si Joseph Gelito, of course, the of all genders, the star of all genders. And of course, Joseph Gelito is a very good friend of mine, and based in Los Angeles. He is the performer excellence, par excellence, and he is the best host, entertainment, comedian, stand-up comedian. And watch for his upcoming shows installed for you in 2026. If you think that he has given you the best of the best for 2025, watch out for 2026 of the much improved, better, and the newest Joseph Gelito offering, the star of all genders in 2026. Tapos sabi ni si Ferdy Mendoza. Ferdy, Happy New Year, Ninong. Yes, si Ferdy Mendoza and of course Maritza. They're watching from Houston, Texas. Happy New Year sa inyo. And congratulations on your anniversary. Not your wedding anniversary, but the company's anniversary. I saw the videos and some picture of your company and of course Maritza's company. But congratulations. Si Luz Pumida, Marasigan, hello, happy New Year, Kuya Josh. And Luz, I will see you. Luz is watching us from GMA Cavite. I will see you hopefully on Monday. I will call you. I'll text you because I didn't go last year because the offices are closed, the government offices. But on the 5th, they said it's open, so I'll swing by. Si Juliet Marcos is watching. Hello po, Ninong Josh Andowitt. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you, to Kobe, to your two other children, yung baby girl mo, and of course to your middle child. And of course, happy viewing and happy New Year to you, Sherwin. I think he's in Poland, right, Juliet? So congratulations, Juliet, for your wonderful things that happened to you in 2025, and continue the hard work. And I enjoy watching all your videos, your TikTok videos of the whole family dancing. I think keep it up. And if you guys would like to feel good TikTok TikTok place that you could watch a family who dance together, stays together. Look for Juliet Marcos. It's easy. It's Romeo, Juliet Marcos. You cannot go wrong with that. Si Phil Davila Catinoy, sabi niya, pa-shout out po. Hi Phil Davila Catinoy. Happy viewing sa iyo and Happy New Year. Sabi, si Adel talaga, nagtawag talaga. Sabi niya, Adel Ordinario, here na. Watching from Qatar, si Phil. Hi for all the people and the team in Qatar. I will try to visit you this year in Doha, Qatar. Yan. So makita-kita tayo dyan. Sila Phil. Si Casimiro Ang is watching us from Legazpi. Legazpi, Albay. Casimiro is my cousin, first cousin. And happy viewing sa iyo. Happy viewing to Aunt Cora. Of course, to your wife, Matet. And of course to Yvette, your sister, as well as to Nathan. And by the way, congratulations on Jojo or Casimiro and Matet got married civilly. So congratulations. Hopefully I could guest you here and we could talk about how it is to be married. And congratulations, and looking forward to seeing you one of these days in 2026. I'll make an effort to swing by, not soon, but maybe before the middle of, well, maybe in either of the year, middle of the year, I'll go to Bicol and visit you because I miss all the food that the Bicolanos, especially the laing and the pinangat of Legazpi. Sabi ni Phil Davila Catinoy, kita-kits po dito sa Qatar. Happiest New Year to all. Phil, for sure. I made so many friends. Si Dr. Rosana Miller Barrera, of course the Ocfinia family, and of course si Gigo. Gigo is also a good friend, and there's so many Filipinos in Qatar, as well as I can't wait to see you guys, and as well as one of my inaanak sa kasal is there as well, and that is the Entredicho family, that is Marky and his family. Happy viewing sa inyo and Happy New Year. And of course, this is the first show of the year for Alam Mo Ba? So there's so many people to thank for. There's so many things that happen in 2025 that whether they're good or they're bad, they're still part of the lesson learned of 2025. And teka muna, si ano pa? Teka, sabi ni Juliet Marcos, thank you po Nino for blessing. So lahat yata ng inaanak ko sa kasal, sa binyag, nagsusulputan. Si Angelina Tabuena is watching us. Hi Angelina. Angela, where are you watching us from? Happy viewing sa iyo and Happy New Year. Again, Happy New Year sa inyong lahat, and looking forward to many more shows of Here Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt. I am promising to give you the best of the best for 2026, and of course with more guests, more interviews, more more tidbits, more travelogue, more travel tips, more movies to review, more book reviews, maybe more celebrities to talk to, and hopefully this year we could invite some politician because as they know, as we all know, 2028 is just a few years away. Teka, sabi niya, let's see first. Okay, so maraming salamat again for all your support and for spreading good tidings and for sharing our show. Alam mo ba with Josh Andowitt. Maraming salamat po. I know you guys watch. Not if you cannot watch live, you watch us on replay. Maraming salamat po. Nakakataba po talaga ng puso knowing that all the hard work that we put together, as I've said time and time again, it takes a village to have a show like ours, and from the owners and the back office in Las Vegas, Nevada, and I do my show in Los Angeles, California, and my guests normally is around the world, whether in the Philippines, in Middle East, in North America, in Europe. At the beautiful thing that the team of PHLB Radio, they were able to put together and make it such a beautiful show that all the glitches, hindi nyo po nakikita the hard work that the technical people of PHLB Radio put together, because the videos sometimes are coming from me and the posters coming from other sources, and then we fuse it together, and voila, we come up with a show that we want. And we hope and we try that it would be such a good show that you guys enjoy day in and day out, especially the replay. Si Angelina Tabuena, sabi niya, from Las Vegas, Henderson, Nevada, USA. Now Friday evening. Thank you so much for a nice shout out, Sir Jush Andowitt. Hi, Angelina. Hopefully, I would come visit you and get to see you when I go visit Las Vegas so I could do my show live naman in the future sa mismong station ng PHLB Radio in Maryland Avenue in Las Vegas. Sabi niya, si Joshua ni Ara Viray Gutierrez, Levy Gutierrez, inaanak mo din. Yes. And that's my inaanak together with Manny Pacquiao. Totel, ang galing mo talaga, Del. Alam mo yung mga inaanak ko dyan. Nakaligtas yata ako ngayong Pasko because I'm here in Manila. But anyways, again, maraming salamat po. I know you are expecting a longer show, but this first day or first show of the year 2026, I'll keep it short so at least you can still have enough time. But again, hindi po ako magsasawa ng pasasalamat dahil marami pong nangyari sa 2025. There's some sad stories, there's some good stories, there's some exciting stories, there were phenomenal stories, there were prolific stories, and those were all part of 2025. Now is the year of the horse, so talagang tatakbo ang 2026. We'll try to invite some feng shui masters in succeeding shows, and hopefully it will be a nice conversation. There's a lot of things that will happen in 2026 from Alam Mo Ba? And again, please do continue supporting the show, continue watching and sharing the show, and sharing as well as sending me private messages or emailing me on what shows or what topics you want us to cover. At maraming salamat for yung mga texts, mga messages, constructive criticism. They are all welcome because that's how we could improve making a good show, a show that you would like, a show that you could be proud of. And this is, again, our show. Again, maraming salamat po. And as always, sabi ni the friends nila, of course, the Gutierrezes, si Ara as well as si Levi. So happy viewings to everybody again. Enjoy the rest of the week, the rest of the weekend rather. This is already Saturday here in the Philippines. So there's, and of course, it's Friday in different parts of the world. So enjoy the rest of the weekend. And enjoy and rest and recuperate from all the food that we partake during the holiday season. Sabi nga nung kaibigan ko, it's time to go back to exercising and dieting again in time for the summer of 2026. Yeah, 2026. Okay, now, as always, hindi pa rin po nagbabago ang ating paalala or reminder that for 2026, continue to do good, continue to be kind, and you can never go wrong with kindness. And again, any act of kindness, any act of good things, good deeds you do to other people, it is already a guarantee it will come back to you. It will boomerang back to you in so many ways, in different times, in different situations with different people. And of course, one of my reminder from last year that I'm carrying over to this year is when you wake up in the morning, be grateful because the Lord God, the Supreme Being, or the God that you adore and veneer, gave you another day in the life, another page to write your life, another new page, a new lift, and a new beginning. Diba? And lastly, be grateful and choose to be happy. Because when you're happy, when you wake up in the morning, you said, I'm grateful, I'm happy, it kind of set the tone for what will become in the whole day. It's not a guarantee it will be a smooth sailing day, but it is a guarantee if you start with a grateful heart, with a smile in your face, and with a positive outlook. Sabi nga nila, positive vibes, positive life. Then you are assured of a beautiful life, a beautiful day that leads to a beautiful life. Yan ang aking advice for 2026. Sabi ni Phil, sabi ni Phil Davila Catinoy, Happy 2026. Tapos sabi pa, dagdag pa niya, tama po, kindness, vibes, and always be grateful for everything. Tapos, so yun. Maraming salamat po. Looking forward to a brand new episode tomorrow. So people who could watch our show, if you're watching us in the Philippines, it's going to be 2:00 p.m. here in Manila or in the Philippines. And it's in the States, it's going to be Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. And it depends on where you are in your location or time zone. Tomorrow po, brand new letter na ang ating first show for sa Dear Kuya Josh. And hopefully I see you again tomorrow. It's a brand new letter. I need all your comments, your advice, and your opinion for our letter sender. Ang ganda po ng Bueno Manong letter natin na padala ng 2025 na itatakalin po natin. Tatakalin or we'll talk about it in 2026. As always, bulo pa rin po si Kuya Josh. But at the end of the day, it is our show, it is your show. And again, maraming salamat po. Looking forward to many more shows for 2026 sa Alam Mo Ba with Jush Andowitt. Goodbye everybody. Enjoy and God bless us all for this week. And enjoy the rest of the week and make it a beautiful, phenomenal 2026. Bye, everybody. See you next week. See you tomorrow for Dear Kuya Josh. Bye, everybody.